Find the derivative of the plane curve defined by the given parametric equations in terms of the parameter. Here, x is equal to t minus e to the t, y is equal to t plus e to the negative t. Recall that the derivative of y with respect to x can be found by finding the derivative of y with respect to t and dividing that by the derivative of x with respect to t. This is how we find the derivative if we're only given the parametric equations for the given curve. All right, the derivative of y with respect to t, in this case its derivative would be 1 plus e to the negative t times the derivative of negative t, which is negative 1. Chain rule is applied there. Okay, then we divide by the derivative of x with respect to t. The derivative of x with respect to t would be 1 minus e to the t. Well, notice here that this becomes 1 minus e to the negative t divided by 1 minus e to the t. And really we would prefer not to have this e to the negative t, so we work on that a little bit. 1 minus 1 over e to the t. Remember, a negative exponent drops the factor into the denominator. Excuse me. And we could, by multiplying 1 by e to the t divided by e to the t, we can combine these together. I have the common denominator now, so this becomes e to the t minus 1 divided by e to the t. And finally, that's divided by 1 minus e to the t. 1 minus e to the t, we may divide by 1, and now we have division of fractions. So we can divide fractions by multiplying by the reciprocal. So e to the t minus 1 divided by e to the t times 1 over 1 minus e to the t. We would almost be able to cancel the e to the t minus 1 and the 1 minus e to the t, but the signs are opposite. But we can deal with that. We simply factor a negative out of that first numerator. So this becomes negative 1 minus e to the t divided by e to the t times 1 over 1 minus e to the t. We just factored out a negative from the e to the t minus 1. Now we have common factors, 1 minus e to the t. So finally our derivative becomes, of course it's still the derivative of y with respect to x, but it's now negative 1 over e to the t, which is a simpler form than what we started with.